So usually I always begin by giving you a little bit of background on who I am. My name is Becky. I started a nonprofit organization because I have 2 children with autism. I have 3 children altogether, 2 with autism. The years of struggle that we went through with our middle child and trying to find healthy foods. She was born with severe delays, lots of GI issues, 9 hospitalizations in 2 years, damaged her bladder, started damaging her colon. I remember in college, we were on food stamps, and our food stamps ran out. And I reached out to people in the community and I said, please help us. I can't go to a food pantry. My daughter can't have dairy and she can't have processed foods. And they said, well, do you realize how many food pantries are in your area? And I said, yeah, I know, but you don't understand. We can't utilize that food. And they said, well, you must not be that hungry. And ultimately, my daughter ended up on a G-tube because we could not get access to fresh food. And that was right here in Marion. So since then, I have graduated college and I did my internship at the county board, where, as those in the community know, the county board hasn't passed a levy in 23 years. So resources for children with developmental disabilities, all families with developmental disabilities, all adults with developmental disabilities is 0. No resources, no support in Marion County. We have 400 children in Marion County alone that are on food stamps that have some type of food allergy or food sensitivity and cannot utilize a food pantry. And that's just in Marion County. And all this time, what are we doing? Not much. So my husband and I decided if we couldn't get any help, we were going to make help. And we were going to do it with everybody else who wanted to come with us. I started a small support group 2 years ago, and I invited my families out. I gave them all booklets on resources that they could utilize. That's how our nonprofit began. One of our parents came to us and they said, you should start a nonprofit. And that's what we did. We started a nonprofit. This last summer, we took over the community gardens. We had only just a small portion of the community boxes from the city schools. We had 8 boxes. I think altogether they have somewhere between 14 and 16 boxes altogether. So we utilized half those boxes and were able to feed 30 families in 1 month alone with those 8 boxes. So imagine, now mind you, we didn't even get started till late June. And the plants we were given, 150 tomato plants, that most of them were dying. So we planted them in a garden. My husband's an aquaponics farmer. He was able to take fish poop and fertilize all the tomato plants. Luckily, they produced lots of tomatoes and we were able to feed Marion. With that, we came to this program and we said, this is what we have. What do you guys think? You know, and of course everybody was, you know, we were, like they said, we were kind of going back and forth with the housing. We also have experience with that as on a personal level. So we were really stuck to, you know, what are we gonna do, housing or food? But we're already on our way to a really good food program here in Marion. And I think with the help of the community, we can do so much more. We really want to start the aquaponics farm that will give our protein and produce to the community. We will be able to start a transitioning service with the schools. So those children with disabilities, they can be trained in aquaponics, and then when they graduate, they'll be able to have full-time employment with the greenhouses. So not only are we feeding the community, but we're also employing the community. So.
Thank you, Becky.